Hey students, this is a quick how-to video on how to create your own study set in Quizlet. Okay, well the first thing you'll have to do is make sure that you have a Quizlet account active. Okay, we've been using Quizlet throughout the year in ELA and plan to continue to use it throughout the year. However, I want to give the students the ability to create their own study set. So make sure that you are logged in. Your screen is going to look a little bit different than mine in the sense that I have a number more study sets than you'll probably have created or have. First thing you need to do is go to upper left-hand corner and hit create. Okay. Here what we want to do is we want to create a study set for either Crash or Stargirl, or you can use this for any subject that you want to. Okay. Other than that, you type in. So for instance, I want to title mine Mr. Sulick's Crash Vocab List. Okay. And I want to continue with this set. Okay, I want to make it visible to everyone. I can change that if I want to, and I can make it only editable by me. Okay, that is your decision. What I am going to say is that don't share it with anybody because this is all your hard work. Okay, so keep it to yourself. So I'm going to pick out a real basic word from Crash, and that's the word street. Okay, and then when I click over to the definition side, normally it's going to ask me what language I want the definition or term in. We're going to keep it defaulted at English. When I come over here, what I want to do there is go to the magnifying glass. Okay, when I click over there, I can pick from a database that Quizlet has created, and they pull all sorts of definitions for the word street. You'll even see some that are in foreign languages. Okay, my recommendation, I use this terminology a lot, is use a good working definition, which means that you want detail, but you don't want too much detail. You want enough detail that explains the word that makes sense to you, but at the same time doesn't confuse you. Okay, and that's why I would caution just simply copying and pasting definitions, because ultimately if there's a lot of extra words such as in this definition, that can be really difficult for you to continue to remember. I would also go beyond just another word for street, because that would be a synonym. That really wouldn't be a definition. So for instance, if I want to use this and put it up there, public road in a city, okay, I could add to this definition, add words, or I can edit this, okay? This has now become mine. Now, some students will go and they'll open up dictionary.com or vocabulary.com and type in that and then copy and paste and pull it over. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I will say that does take time. You can also create your own definitions. However, if you're using a vocabulary term that you're not familiar with and that's why you're adding it to your list, chances are you putting together a definition might be difficult. The third step here, in order to create a definition, is to use a picture. Okay, and you do that by clicking this icon right here. Again, it'll go through the Quizlet database and have random Google images of pictures. You pick out a picture that makes most sense to you. You can actually import your own image, okay, but that's probably for a different time in a different video. So this looks like a good one. Looks like San Francisco, so I'm going to click onto that. So I have a term and a definition are required if you want to use a picture. Now let's say I decided, if you want to do a picture, that's optional. Let's say I decided, hey, I don't want to do this. I want to get a different one. Okay. So I click back here. I got to remove that image. Okay. Make sure that I remove it. And then I click it again. I'm like, okay, I want to use this picture instead. Okay. Completely up to you. Let's say altogether, I don't like this at all. Okay. I'm going to click off of that. Okay, and then I can start all over with a different definition. All right, the voice command is defaulted to the computer voice. Okay, I can, because I own the program, or I paid for the paid version of it, I can actually record my own voice. If that's something that you really want to do, it's going to cost you about $34 a year, but at the same time, that is an option if you get the paid version of Quizlet, which I don't recommend. You won't ever need to get the paid version of it. Now, this only has room for 4 terms. Okay, this only has room for 4 terms. So I can add terms by adding rows there, okay, or I can add terms by adding rows down here. Okay, make sure at the very end that I click create, okay, and then that will create my study set. Okay, hopefully that was give you a pretty good heads up on how to create your own study sets in Quizlet. you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I think Quizlet is a great learning tool as well as a teaching tool, and I hope you use it. Thank you.